Hey there guys, John here of course, and as you can tell, I'm out here on the water today. Not only to do a little bit of fishing, but to show you guys a pretty cool little trick as well. It actually involves paracord of all things, and as a lot of you guys already know, you can use the inner strands of this stuff as emergency fishing line. We're going to take that to a whole nother level today, however, and show you guys how to make a really cool little fishing lure out of this stuff that's not only simple to make, but deadly effective as well. So we'll go into this step by step really quickly, show you guys how to make this simple little lure, and then actually demonstrate its effectiveness on some of the fish in this water. Alright guys, now to make these simple little paracord fishing lures here, you're first going to take a piece of paracord that's approximately 2.5 to 3 inches in length. You're going to slide out the inner strands on one end. Go ahead and grab those and pull those out until they're hanging out approximately 1 inch from the end of the paracord. Next, we're going to take a garden variety fish hook. This one happens to be a number 8. You can go ahead and step up in size if you'd like to say a number 6 or so. You're not going to want to go too large or too small on the hook body though, keeping in mind its relevance to the actual lure size. Now once we have that inserted, we're going to go ahead and flip this whole thing around, and using a knife or a pair of scissors such as I have here, we're going to find where the actual hook shank ends, where the eyelet ends, and go ahead and just snip off that paracord there. Now we're going to slide this down just over the eyelet of the hook. Go ahead and take a lighter and we're going to melt that up just a little bit, kind of press it down. And now we're going to really heat this up a little bit and immediately press it down. Now be very careful when you're doing this. This is obviously going to get very hot. And once again, go ahead and just heat the whole body up just enough to kind of press that down against the hook shank, and that'll really assist you in keeping the lure from sliding down on the actual hook itself. So now that we've got that part done, we're going to go ahead and flare this out a little bit. Now you can do this with your fingers, but what I found is easiest is to use a needle, a pin, even another fish hook or the tip of your knife, and just go ahead and start kind of unthreading the outer edge of this paracord, the actual sheath of the paracord, maybe down 1/4 inch or so, a little bit further if you want the flare effect to increase. But anyway, just go ahead and do that like so. Once you're done, just take your needle or your knife, whatever you happen to be using, and just kind of flare all that out a little bit, kind of break it up. Now once we have that done, we're going to start working on the inner strands of our lure here. We'll take the needle point, and this is where this really comes in handy, using a needle or like I said, a fish hook or your knife, and we're going to work apart these inner strands, basically unraveling, unknotting them. They're kind of twisted, so we're going to untwist them with this method here. Now go ahead and do that on each individual strand on this inner core. Okay, now that we have those relatively untangled there, we're going to go ahead and set our pin aside, and now we're just going to start kind of working these with our fingertips, just kind of working them in a back and forth motion with your fingertips like I'm doing right here. What this is doing is kind of feathering everything out. It's going to flare it out and give you a really nice tell to your lure here. And if you can see, you can kind of see what this is doing. It's giving a really nice feathered effect. So we're going to go ahead and just continue that until we have a nice feathered edge on our lure. Now once you have your tail section all feathered out the way you want it, you can kind of shape it with your fingers, make sure that it's all flared out just the way you want it. Next, just kind of as a finishing touch, go ahead and make sure that the actual body itself is flared out. And what you're going to end up with is a nice, effective little fishing lure just like this. Now let's get this baby back out on the water and see if she'll actually catch some fish. Boom, baby, fish on! Doesn't feel like a big one. I think it's a bluegill. Yep. Right on. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there, guys. Like I said, as you've seen, it was a very, very simple to make little lure out of paracord here, and definitely effective. So we can get this out of there. He took it pretty good. So just a little bluegill, but this lure will work on a multitude of other species. In fact, I'm going to keep fishing with it, to be honest with you, and see if I can't catch one of the bigger bass that live out in this water. But until next time, I just wanted to say thanks a lot to all you guys for your continued support. It is very much appreciated. And until next time, you guys take the best of care, and we'll be seeing you soon.